Ooh.
That'll wake up Chad.
I don't know if anything will wake up Chad.
Kisses always wake up Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Are you okay?
I have 0% energy to be awake, much
Nice.
less do this. So yeah,
You'll be okay.
just don't worry about me.
Don't worry about you. It's okay.
Please
You
don't.
want like a shoulder massage?
I want precisely nothing.
I'll give him a massage, but it's not going to be on his shoulders.
His lower back.
It's going to be his lower something.
Lower back. A lot
You
of
can find it
tension.
on CaymansDownstairs.com.
Okay, bring us in.
Welcome to Halfway Third Town. My name's Chad.
I'm grumpy and tired and don't want to be here.
Who are we, Chad?
Well, I'm what Jay said. What are you, Cayman?
I'm Cayman.
Nice. Annie, what's up?
Nothing.
Hi,
Hi.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Chad. I don't want to be here, and I just had a moment.
It's not that I don't want to be here. I don't want to be anywhere.
Like, you want to be non-existent?
No,
Like,
he wants
for
to
like
be
8
upstairs
hours.
in bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy about sleep? Is it basically just you die for 8 hours? It's great.
Why can't it be longer?
I don't think
And
I'll-
if you take enough, what's it called? Melatonin.
Melatonin? I like melatonin.
Don't you have to like go to sleep within a certain time frame? Otherwise, you can't sleep. That's what my doctor was telling me.
Well, it's good to. Oh no! Talk about sleep.
Huh?
It's good to have a certain, like, your body type's supposed to be in a certain time frame, isn't it? Like, and it's
A
different for
circadian
everybody.
rhythm or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I've read about how some people don't have a 24-hour sleep rhythm. They have like a 18-hour or whatever. And so it's always shifting. And that sounds really shitty.
Yeah. But like it's like, isn't it you can find out like when you're actually supposed to wake up. It's like you need to wake up every day at this time, and if you do, you feel great. But I don't know. I
Start
don't
waking
really
up
know
at
that shit.
4 in the morning.
I've never been capable of waking up at the same time every day.
Really? Wait till you get older. I do.
I just don't
And I
think
go
it's...
to the bathroom at the same time every morning, and Frank bites my feet at the same time every morning.
He's a foot biter.
He bites, yeah.
I know he bites. He's bitten me.
He'll come up and he'll like step really, really hard on you. Like it's the hardest steps I've ever felt. And then he's like, "Ay," like to your hand if you have it out. You're like, "Down."
If I don't wear socks, my new cat Amelia, she's a little kitten
She
still,
attacks.
will run up, bite the top of your foot. You know where like your foot bridge is the highest? And the little bone sticks up just a hair?
Mm-hmm.
She'll bite right on top of that and split. She does little hit and runs.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
I
Love
like
her.
hiding under my neighbor's bed. When they wake up, I suck on their toes a little bit.
That
How
one's
does
different.
that sound? How does that sound?
That one's a different. Because that's not about cats at all. In fact, that's just about you sexually
Well,
harassing people.
I'm wearing a cat costume.
I'm in. That sounds great.
So,
See, Cayman,
Oh, should you?
Wait, so Cayman doesn't even like any of us because he's never done that to us.
Cayman and I are actually in leagues. He does that to desensitize them, and then I murder them in their sleep.
Weird.
I didn't know about the second part. No, I've done it to you guys. You're just asleep when I do it.
What days do you do it?
Every
Every day?
Can we get the schedule going? Oh, every day. Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say
Yeah.
you just do it on
Yeah.
Saturdays.
Wash your feet.
What if you don't?
Y'all got nasty feet.
What if you
I
don't?
wash my feet every day.
No, you don't.
No,
I
you
do.
It's okay.
No, you
I
don't.
do. Every day.
I've-
I scrub.
There's been dead skin. There's been
It's
dirt.
not mine. Maybe that's a transfer from one of your neighbors.
Maybe.
I wash my feet every other Tuesday, so you'll have to figure out my schedule on that one.
Cayman, you're probably the leading cause of spreading athlete's foot.
Yeah. You should see the inside of my mouth.
Your mouth is just fungus and toenails. Ugh.
So anyway, today's Saturday.
Shit, we're recording a podcast.
Yeah.
What are we talking? What are we
Today's
doing?
Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your guys' normal? Oh, well, I know this is a little bit different because of schedules. Pretend Saturday is your Saturday, Jay. And what do you do? What is your routine Saturday mornings? Do you have a Saturday morning routine? If so, what is it?
Well, since I'm the one who always starts, if I don't work, I wake up, I go to the bathroom, let the dog out, and then if it's if it's towards the end of the month and the full moon's coming, I prepare the blood sacrifice for the Shuggoth.
Right.
But
That's
if it's not, then I usually sit on my computer, drink like 3 cups of coffee, and browse through Reddit and watch so many YouTube videos. And I do that for about 4 hours. And then I take a shower.
What time do you usually get up?
Anywhere from 8 to 10.
Chad?
Mine sounds pretty similar. If I'm not working, then a lot of the times last minute writing an episode because I didn't do it before the day of. Or there's a good amount of hanging out with Stinker. That wasn't a call out. That was just true for me.
I was going to say, I'm like, I didn't pick up on it.
No.
Sorry.
A little bit of hanging out with Stinker and Frank. And then,
Your Armenian neighbors, right?
yeah, the plumber upstairs.
If you didn't write the episode the night before, are you even writing an episode for Halfway to Thundertown?
Oh, yeah. It's honestly maybe half the time.
That's what I'm talking about. I do the same thing.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, right.
I try
yeah.
to do
I'm
mine
saying,
a
is
week
it really
out.
writing for this episode if it's not done last minute?
I usually do a ton of research before and have like notes, but I don't have it like all outlined and
Yeah,
put
same.
together.
Chad, can I have the little black thing next to you right there?
Then
That wasn't racist.
It wasn't until you put it that way. Then it was.
I saw the looks. I saw the looks.
I don't think there's any looks.
I didn't even know what you were talking about. I was looking for her over there. Jeez, Andy.
Yeah, so then I don't know.
Self call out.
Sometimes we'll play.
Video games, getting stoned.
I was going to say, we'll play games together sometime in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of coffee, but that's every day.
Got to stay regular.
God, speaking
Boy,
of which,
howdy.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm rumbling. I don't know. Saturdays are boring. I remember when I was a kid, though, a lot of the times, and I think on weekdays too, I would wake up at like 4 a.m. I would sit down in front of the TV, and I think at the time didn't have Dish, so it was like the 3 or 5 channels you get easy, right? And apparently I would just stare at the static on the TV for like a half an hour to an hour
Jesus Christ.
until
Like waiting for
the
something?
first morning show. Yeah, I'd just wake up, couldn't go back to sleep, and I would just stare. And I guess it was terrifying.
Yeah,
Or maybe not
that's-
terrifying, but
No, that's terrifying.
well, right.
And this is at your sister's house? This is when you were at...
Yeah. Yeah, I was like 4 or 5, and then I don't remember if it was. I remember the fucking like screensaver basically of the local news channel would be
Yeah.
on for like 15 minutes, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool! I only have to watch this still image for 15 minutes, and then Bill Nye the Science Guy comes on. This is great.
If you're
Times are different now. We have more than 3 channels
undiagnosed
that are dead.
obsessive compulsive disorder.
No, I think I was just didn't have all the brains. Static was cool. It's fine.
Static's
I also believe that. I believe both.
And then I remember Saturdays, though. Saturday mornings for sure. We would watch cartoons for like 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Nice. Jay.
Here's the
sometimes I still stare at static.
Here's
for
the
2
problem
hours.
right now
Fun.
with this. Okay,
Uh-huh.
there's 2 problems. One,
I said pretend. Oh, go ahead.
I'll fucking fight you, Annie. Well, see, the thing is I'm hiring a camera crew to follow us all around one morning to put on Patreon. So now I have to do. I was gonna pick a Saturday morning day, but now everyone will know what we all do Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to
That's
pick what we
boring.
all do. I don't know,
Sunday.
maybe Friday mornings or Sunday mornings or something, because they're gonna follow each one of us around in the morning. So to not spoil what I do in the morning, I'm gonna say I wake up and it's a completely innocent morning and no one dies or gets robbed at all.
Okay.
But if you want to see what we all
boy.
really do on our morning routines, here in a month or so, you'll just need to go to patreon.com/halfway to Thundertown.
Good plug.
And there really will be the video. I'm not just trying to convince you guys to go to Patreon.
They're going to see me sucking on Chad's feet.
They are, yes. Gonna see you guys.
Wait, will you actually do that?
No,
Stuck on Chad's feet?
please not.
They got to be covered in beans. Like,
So if we put
pork and
Chad's
beans.
feet in pork and beans,
yeah.
you're gonna
I'm
suck
gonna
his
throw
feet for
up.
real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I'll suck pork and beans in between or out from in between his toes.
Just tongue in the web between the toes.
Secrets in the meat.
Oh no, I got a bean stuck in my toes. Oh, you better fish that out, little feller.
I'll even get Nancy to help me.
That I'm into. That's cool.
Fuck. Okay, so
What do you do for
my
your
routine's pretty simple. I just kind of wake up, tell Alexa good morning, so she tells me the weather, and KXP plays, and Chad hates it. And then I sit in the
really.
chair and I play on my phone, listening to chill music, drink coffee, and look at the cats.
What kind of chill music?
Well, it's called Dreamy Vibes on Spotify, and it's just
Hey,
like
that's a good one.
sounds or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I usually like that.
Like weird noises, like scraping a fork against a chalkboard,
No,
or
like pretty little sounds. and-
Uh-huh. What is that?
I don't know what.
It's
would
like
you call
we're.
it?
It's like when you wake up and then in the first 10 minutes of waking up, you fall asleep walking
Mm-hmm.
because it's so mellow and quiet.
Okay.
You said you liked it.
I do until it makes me fall asleep standing up.
Oh well, but like Chad back in the day, like waking up on a Saturday was awesome because we lived in the orchards, so and we were kind of by like the gun club, so I'd always hear the gun club. It'd be this little pop, 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 and I'm like, and then I get up, go downstairs, sit on the couch, and turn on the cartoons, and I'd watch ABC cartoons first, and then I'd switch over to Fox and watch those cartoons. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
When I was a kid, sorry, we're going to be talking about childhoods. Mine was wake up at,
We're going to be talking about cartoons, but you can talk about your childhood.
well, childhood as a Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
Morninghood, child Saturday.
Morninghood.
Childhood morning Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday
morninghood as a
morning.
childhood.
Either way, mine was waking up early and then either going skating or playing hockey. That's what we
Like
did.
little kid?
Like 7, 8, 9, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
There was
because
never cartoons?
not on Saturdays,
Like,
because
just sitting there like,
not in the morning, no. Because my mom, if I woke up before my mom and then like went and woke her up while she was still kind of waking up, like, hey, I'm gonna go play. I didn't have to do chores,
oh.
and so it was like getting out of the house before she started cleaning and shit.
Oh.
And if I did that, then it was free. But if I slept in, then it was chore time.
Oh, yeah. I usually water my plants on Saturdays, and I try to clean up.
You got a good ficus.
I do. It's not very big yet. It will be bigger.
Speaking of plants, Between Two Ferns movie came out on Netflix and it's pretty okay.
We did watch it. It is great.
It's pretty okay.
It was good.
Ferns are a plant.
Vern.
No, they're
I
not.
thought it was a person. There's that
Yeah, there's
Vern.
two dudes named Fern.
Vern.
Okay. What did you do? Was Jay ever a child?
No.
Jay was a child.
He skinned things.
I just crawled out of the ground one day and I was like, this is fine.
This is fine.
We're going to take a break.
This is fine.
Ed, we already talked about Saturday morning cartoons. We're not just going to talk about Saturday morning cartoons. We're going to talk about cartoons and animated series. So, I feel like this is a subject that we're all pretty versed on.
Yeah.
Well versed on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But mainly I want to talk about Saturday morning cartoons just real quick and kind of the biggest cultural cartoons, and then we're just going to go crazy and talk about all the cartoons that we
Okay.
like and think about and list off.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Oh, I was gonna. Do you want to do the thing where every time we mention a new cartoon, everyone has to rate it out of 5?
Oh yeah, do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, I forgot to change what show we were doing on Twitch. Go ahead.
So, the Saturday morning cartoon is the term used for the original animated television programming that was typically scheduled on Saturday mornings in the United States on the major television networks. Its popularity spanned from the late 1960s to the early 1990s. After that point, it kind of declined, and it was due to facing challenging cultural norms, increased competition from formats available, and heavier regulations. In the last 2 decades of the genre's existence, Saturday morning cartoons were primarily created and aired to meet educational television mandates. So,
Wait, what?
like, think of Schoolhouse Rock
Yeah,
and
right.
shit like that.
Huh.
And, like, it was geared, they wanted the whole point of, like, Saturday morning cartoons was not only, like, getting kids to do it, but advertising.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then education, like they
Like
said,
Captain Planet. and
certain
shit.
mandates were set to push them to do that. And of course, minor television networks, in addition to the non-commercial PBS, in some markets continue to air animated programming on Saturday while partially meeting those mandates, but not really. So the United States, in the United States, the general time for the program was aired on Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. to noon. So,
On the note of its decline, I feel like part of it might be like satellite TV where you had more than just local cable stations. Because I remember Saturday mornings, it would be like, well, we're the parents, we're not going to watch TV because it's just cartoons, so you kids get to watch it. And then if
we're
they
gonna
weren't doing
drink coffee
anything.
and read the newspaper.
Yeah, but then I feel like once it was like, well, TLC always has something on now. You know, I
hello?
can fucking go watch
Home
whatever.
shopping, not home shopping.
Got to get that storage wars.
What the hell was I trying to say?
Oh, yeah.
HG, not well, home shopping too, but
Yeah.
HGTV. I'm just gonna watch people build cool houses.
But yeah, it was like back in the day when there's only a few stations, whatever's on, and if it's only cartoons, and boom, kids win.
Well, and then all of a sudden we had an entire channel devoted to Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
And Nickelodeon, and Disney.
Nickelodeon, and
Disney,
yeah. So, but like I said, in the mornings I would get up and I would watch ABC, and it would start, I think, with Muppet Babies. Anybody? No?
No.
I'm like a step ahead, or I'm much older than you guys, so whatever. Muppet Babies, whatever. Muppet Babies, and then Ghostbusters,
I remember Ghostbusters. I watched Ghostbusters a little bit.
and
But
then
we had the cassettes of it.
I was all about that. It was like Hey Real Monsters or some
Yeah.
shit.
Ah, Real Monsters.
Wasn't
Real.
that was
Monsters.
Nickelodeon though.
Yeah.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Nickelodeon.
I don't fucking care. I'm
I'm
just
talking about
talking
ABC. There's one other thing on there that I always watched. That,
Wasn't it?
but then I flipped over to Fox to watch X-Men, the animated series.
Oh.
Diddle-diddle-doo-doo-doo.
So yeah, there's all kinds of,
Diddle-diddle-doo-doo-doo.
because you can break down old cartoons by the station they're on, but also kind of demographics. So there was the old like superhero comic booky shows. So like you said, you really like the Batman animated series.
Yes.
The best. The absolute best superhero animated series, hands down.
Do you guys
Yeah.
remember Gargoyles?
Yeah.
Yep. That was a
Gargoyles
pretty good
the
one.
shit.
And those were more like after school.
Yeah, right.
What
That's
was
true?
What was that one? The one with sharks. It was like
I had
Sharks?
their toys where they were just
Right.
giant fucking shark
yeah, it
heads.
was like
They-
Ninja Turtles but mixed with sharks.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
Ninja
like
Turtles is what I was watching.
Shark
on
meat
video.
heads, basically. They were just ripped ass sharks. and
Yeah.
They just yelled, "Give me the
Yeah, it was dope.
They're always eating pizza and fucking. No, it was burritos because I don't think they
Was
could do
it? Yeah.
pizza
Yeah,
and then
'cause
like
Ninja
lifting and
Turtles.
stuff.
So did you guys watch the X-Men?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
God, that was like,
That was pretty good.
and then He-Man, that was on.
Ah!
He-Man.
See, and I had two older sisters, so like all of those, like we had all the VHSs of Rainbow Bright,
Oh, yeah.
like all of those old.
And Fraggle Rock, whenever Fraggle Rock was on, I always remember sitting down and watching that. I don't think it was Saturday morning though.
And Thundercats.
Yep.
Thundercats.
They did.
Thunder.
What was the
Thundercats.
one that it was like the family in the
In the haunted
Well-
house.
no
Oh,
no it was the cartoon one. And it was the family in like the dinosaur age or something.
Oh,
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's just dinosaurs.
well,
with an
there's
exclamation
dinosaurs,
mark,
but
all
then there was
caps.
the Rock.
Oh.
It was like it was cartoon. It was a cartoon.
Yeah.
It wasn't live
Oh.
animated.
And yeah.
The guy had like the son had
was-
like the little. It was
like-
like from the
oh.
70s.
It was just like
Flintstones.
the Flintstones. Yeah. No?
okay. No,
Oh.
but Lost World was one of the ones. Anyway, okay. So Saturday
quick.
morning.
I really
go
thought
ahead.
you were talking about Flintstones, to be honest.
No.
Sorry. Did you ever watch the finale of that dinosaur show that you brought up?
No, I wish. I want to just download all.
Okay,
The
I won't. Do you want me to ruin
I'm
it
sure
for
it's
you?
on Netflix.
I don't
We
give
can
a-
go ahead and
yeah,
spoilers
Go ahead.
that,
It's
I
been
think.
out for 30 years. It's
Okay.
not spoilers
the
anymore.
comment hits.
What happens is the dad in the show accidentally causes the end of the entire dinosaur race.
wow.
Well, I think I remember that.
How
Yeah.
does that happen?
Something to do with factories and like he's pumping up stuff and it causes an ice age or some shit like that and everyone's
Wow.
freezing to death and he has to explain to the baby why they're all gonna
Do
die.
you guys remember the TV show? It was like pretty poorly produced, and it wasn't a cartoon. It was actually like filmed, and it was people. I guess they were supposed to be cavemen or something, but they were up in the trees, and there was all the dinosaurs down below. It's a really weird show.
Ooh,
I don't know if
wasn't
they
that-
traveled back in time or
And
if
it was a family.
it was like a family.
That
and-
was the Lost
is it
Lost World?
Lost World or Lost
something like that. So that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that was one of them I
Oh.
remember. That
Yeah.
like Lost World, and they did live up in the trees,
And, like,
it was a family,
It was
a dad
weird.
and kids,
It was
right?
a weird show. Yeah,
But I remember liking it and watching it.
me too.
Do you guys remember thinking how whack the fucking PBS cartoons were? Like
Right.
Arthur, and you're like, this is some boring bitch shit.
Arthur was tight. Don't talk shit about.
All right.
I kind of
It was definitely the better of all those. dumb
didn't like
PBS.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was always like, ugh.
It was just propaganda for the masses.
I just remember being really confused. I was like, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Bills.
Also,
You can't just sing and tell me
I was
about
having. I'll have to
fucking-
show you guys this because I don't know if we should play it on here. But I found a YouTube of old cartoon commercials,
Oh shit!
Oh, okay.
and I won't play it. But even just the beginning picture,
Why
it
don't you?
was just
You could pop it up on here.
okay. Should I do it? What about this?
well,
Can that computer handle it? Didn't that come over on the Mayflower?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You keep making fun of this thing.
You know what? Why? I keep thinking of your actual old Mac
That
out
one's
in
good
your.
too, though.
It's not, though. It's just not, though.
Wait, just wait. I got rid of all the big Adobe programs on there because I don't have my Adobe Suite anymore. So
Oof.
it probably works pretty
Sweet.
good. Anyway,
Still came over
I'll show
on
you these.
Mayflower.
And when I watched it, it was just like flood of memories came back. I'm like, fuck, I forgot all about these and
Hell yeah.
all the advertisements and everything. And well, here it is right here.
Oh.
But I'm all backwards because I
It's over here.
wait.
It's right there.
Do you guys remember Doug?
I
Doug.
was just gonna bring that one up.
Doug?
Quail Man.
I didn't like Doug.
I love
I
Doug.
liked Doug.
I thought that shit was
I remember.
dumb.
I think the first time I ever experienced, meta, the phrase meta, which could be applied a lot of ways, was when he went into his closet and it was nothing but the same outfit. My
Yeah.
little 8-year-old brain was like, "Holy shit, they're talking about the truth, man! Yeah, why do these cartoons always wear the same fucking clothes, bro?" It's like, wow, they addressed it. How brave.
And we're gonna talk about iconic
Oh, yeah.
cartoons here in a little bit, right? Because we haven't brought up the really. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, oh man. Okay, there we go.
How about Pepe Le Pew being a sexual predator?
He's not. Yeah, he's a sexual predator.
Yeah, he.
Yeah. I was gonna defend him. I was like, no, he's a sexual predator.
So there was always the Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
They were in there.
yeah.
And
There
the
was-
Hanna-Barbera, which was like Flintstones, Jetsons. Those were in the 70s.
There was later Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain.
This one, do you guys remember this commercial?
No.
Mm-mm.
That's the commercial I remember so much. I remember this stupid treats commercial.
I don't.
This is
remember
like
this
my
one.
prime era.
Mine was commercials for all of that and
Nerf guns.
Nerf
Let's see.
guns, Capri Suns.
God, yeah.
Because they'd go all
I remember-
silver and shit. And go
I remember
flying.
I didn't have a Capri Sun forever.
you
I never got to try one.
guys
And the
maybe-
commercials made them look so dope. And the first time I had a Capri Sun, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not worth the hype. Oh, I remember these.
Do you remember this one?
Yeah, the smoking.
Made me want a cigarette at 8 years old. Take a chill
Yeah,
pill.
do pills, kids. Don't do cigarettes.
There's a That's So Raven.
Hey, 420.
That's so
God.
Jason.
That's an inside joke. Oh, Matilda.
Fucking
Holy
Madeline.
shit.
Madeline.
Or Madeline. What is that?
Oh, what was that? What was that one? Reboot.
Yeah, I remember
What?
Reboot. Reboot was weird.
I guess Pee-wee Herman's Big Event. Pee-wee's
Big Adventure or Pee Wee's
was on too.
Playhouse. Pee Wee's
Pee-wee's
Playhouse.
Playhouse.
Do you remember
Pee-wee's Pee-wee.
what was it? Molly and the Big Comfy Couch or some shit like that?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
That
Yeah.
was on PBS.
I
No,
fucking
that was on
hated that show.
Nickelodeon, and it was stupid, right?
No, it was on PBS.
This is hurting my head.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Pop Tarts.
These
Oh.
are mini Pop-Tarts, though.
What was that one Cartoon Network cartoon where they were all like secret agents in the treehouse?
Oh, Kids Next Door.
Yeah, that one was sweet.
This I
Yeah.
remember.
Do you remember?
What is happening?
I don't know anymore.
Anyway.
What?
Oh man. Hey
Whoa.
kids, we have onset childhood obesity. Check this out.
Here's a cool spin on my rollerblades.
That guy can wiggle his ears.
So Saturday morning cartoons definitely had a huge thing, for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy to know
Yeah.
that they're just not here anymore. It's
Yeah.
just weird.
I don't know. I
I shouldn't have.
I mean, they kind of. The problem is now is like that we have the constant cartoons where it's like, oh, I gotta watch 5-year-old Jimmy for the weekend. I'm gonna just throw on some Netflix bullshit.
Yeah, or some
That's
just
true.
cringy, awful YouTube channel.
Spider-Man or Spider-Man Elsa,
Not to mention these goddamn kids, they're Japanese anime.
and they're Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this fork knife is.
Yeah.
For the most part, for me, mom and dad didn't care really what cartoons I watched until I started watching Beavis and Butthead.
Oh.
So Beavis and Butthead was dumb, crude, ugly, thoughtless, sexist, self-destructive fools. But for some reason, the boys made us laugh. That's a quote. During the show, the dim-witted duo would watch music videos and provide their own running commentary on clips and plenty of childlike chortling.
Chortling?
Thank you.
Chortling.
Along the
Chortle, I
way.
hardly know her.
Chortling. These dumbasses were brought into the world by the creator Mike Judd.
Yeah.
Genius.
Judge,
Mm-hmm.
who of course is also responsible for the movie Office Space, King of the Hill,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
and Silicon Valley.
Why would you? What was it? Why would you want to do drugs when you can mow your lawn?
I also just like that Hank Hill is basically in the Beavis and Butthead movie
Yeah.
from 1999.
Well,
think
he's throughout the whole show. That
that's
character's
just true.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, it's just like when I think of him is that movie.
Those damn kids are whacking it in the
what's
shed
it called?
again.
Something in the USA. Something. Like,
Beavis and Butthead do America.
Do America.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Did you ever see the King of the Hill episode where he goes fishing? Gracie showed me this one, and he can't catch shit on just worms, so he goes down and there's this weird hilarious mix-up, and he buys meth from a guy, and he's
Jesus
fishing with a meth, and they're catching fish like
I
crazy.
remember that.
And the
Yeah.
fish are addicted to meth.
Yeah.
They're like jumping in the boat to get more.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
That's good. I'm gonna be Bill in 10 years.
Nice.
Oh boy.
God, I hope so.
End up on your roof 8 feet off the ground trying to kill yourself. Oh man.
So, Beavis and Butthead originated from Frog Baseball, a 1992 short film by Judd, originally aired on Liquid Television.
Have you seen that?
No.
It is weird. It's on YouTube.
I'm sure it's weird.
It is so
Because
weird.
they're all drawn weird and shit, right?
Yeah, they're drawn super like poorly, I guess.
Like
they're
the
not
way
as refined.
The Simpsons are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like it's just them like shoving. If I remember it, they're like shoving a firecracker in a frog's ass and then trying to hit it with a baseball bat.
Okay.
And that's the whole like.
So it's very cerebral, like
Yeah.
critical thinking type of show.
You have to have a high IQ to watch
Yeah.
this shit.
Well, I'll have to watch it.
It's weird.
Baseball. Well, that makes sense. But Liquid Television was also just as weird because it was on late nights on MTV, and they would play little shorts like this. They played Eon Flux on there, which is
It's-
another crazy ass like animation.
It's like the way what's it called is now Cartoon Network's later one,
Adult
Swim.
Swim. Yes. So after seeing the short, MTV signed Judge to develop the short into a full series. During its initial run, Beavis and Butthead received widespread critically acclaim. Was critically acclaimed. Sorry, I cannot talk tonight or anytime.
It's all good.
Particularly for its sarcasticness, its commentary of society.
Yeah.
Right. But then they also got turned around and it was super controversial because of the violence and the content and just the shockingness of it all, I guess, for the white bread family.
Well, like Beavis and Butthead, in my opinion, kind of paved the way for adult cartoons now. Without them, we are not going to have a lot of the adult cartoons we have now. Like one of my favorite series, which I know you two aren't a big fan of, but BoJack Horseman, shit like that.
We forgot to do the star thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't been doing that at all.
Okay.
We can do the star thing here in a little bit. These
Okay.
are
Sure.
obviously some
But-
we've all seen, and
Yeah. But yeah,
Enjoy.
Beavis and Butthead paved the way, I feel like, for
Yeah.
adult
oh yeah,
cartoons.
definitely.
Big Mouth, that's one that you guys like, right?
Yeah.
What was the other one that's
Why don't you just say them all because we got them on the list for later.
sorry.
I'm just joking.
F is for Family. It's the last one I was going to talk about.
I actually don't have that one, so that's good.
It's a good one. It's hilarious.
It is, yeah.
But like you guys had said, you mentioned the full-length film Beavis and Butthead Do America, which was in 1996. And then the series originally ran for 7 years from March 8th, 1993 to November 28th, 1997. And then 14 years later, following the end of the series, it was redone for one more 8th series. And it got to make fun of viral videos, pop-up culture, like Lady Gaga, and they even made fun of Jersey Shore and 16 and Pregnant.
It's so good.
And then, of course, there's The Simpsons. And I'm just going to just gloss over it just because it can be its own episode.
Yeah.
Easily.
There's a lot.
Easily. So, The Simpsons was created by Matt Groening from the Fox, and it was put on Fox. The series stars Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. We all know them. It started December 17th, 1989, with 662 episodes of The Simpsons that have been broadcasted so far. It is the longest running American sitcom and the longest running American scripted primetime television series, both in terms of seasons and numbers. The Simpsons movie was released in theaters July 27, 2007, and it grossed over $527 million. Then October 30th, 2007, the video game came out, and currently, The Simpsons tweeted September 19th, 2019. Jump around, The Simpsons are back with the premiere of season 31
Jesus.
in 8
Holy
days
shit.
on Fox.
Jesus.
Did you play the Simpsons hit and run game?
Yes.
Like PS2 era?
Yeah.
That game was fucking great.
It was just Better Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was really good.
I did not play it.
It was
I
awesome.
played. There was also the arcade one that, like, Marge had the vacuum, and
yeah.
Bart had the skateboard, and Homer was just fat, and it was. I miss old Simpsons back, like when Conan O'Brien was writing for him, and a couple other bigger names.
You know what I wonder about? Why do cartoon type shows get so many more seasons than regular shows? Like, name a regular show that has 30 fucking seasons.
Telemundos.
Well, I mean,
Days of Our
they don't
Lives.
have like. Yeah, that's true. But
Really?
yeah,
Days of Our Lives
soap operas.
has a lot.
What's the
Well,
other
soap
stupid General
opera's
Hospital
fair.
or whatever?
Yeah, General Hospital. I think Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives and General Hospital are the longest running
Are
ones.
those all?
Soap operas.
Soap operas.
Soap
General
operas.
Hospital and Young and the Restless are the only ones still playing to this day.
But do they all still have the same actors
No.
in them?
No. Yeah,
But voice actors change. The voices change because those voice actors don't want to do it anymore.
Sure. Can you imagine doing the same voice acting for 30 fucking years?
Yeah, I can because I was listening to a podcast where the chick who voices Lisa Simpson was on there. Her name's Yardley Smith, and she is really fucking interesting when like to listen to her talk in an interview because she was like, I came out to Hollywood and I was gonna do. I don't remember if she was trying to be a writer or maybe just an actress or a comedian, something. And she just got this gig to try out when they were doing the pilot. She was like, I don't even want to play this character. I don't even give a shit about these yellow people. I'm just here to make some money. And then she was like, it turns out it was the best career move I've ever made. But anyway, she's really interesting to listen to.
what podcast was it?
I think it was Harmontown.
Okay,
But yeah,
fair enough.
she's really cool.
Yeah.
And she also said when she was young, when she came out, she was basically like, I'm just going to go out there and the world better give me a really cool job. And she was, I guess, the whole time, like kind of chaos magic, like intention over matter. Anyway,
Shit.
she's really interesting. And she's played Lisa the whole time.
Really? No shit. No,
Mhm.
no changes.
Well, shit. I mean, I wonder how many
Well.
hours it does take them to bust. Obviously, it must be way faster because they need to rely on animators to animate it, the people. But other than it, you can be there in the studio to record your voice.
I think you have to do like 20, 40 takes for just like a
Depending. I think
Depending on
it'll
the show, yeah.
probably get better with time and stuff too.
Yeah.
I just know they do a lot of takes for like you could do a line and it's like 20 times before they commit to that one.
Jesus.
That's
I mean,
true.
even we know when we've done little side things that sometimes you do several takes of the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Not for podcasting, but for other content we do.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
But Chad has another
sorry, are you-
cartoon
Oh,
So
that I think we all know pretty well too.
I think I know which one it is.
So Simpsons did it. Whoop-de-doo. Just kidding. But I think probably my personal, I don't know if I'd even say favorite, but I think the most interesting and dynamic cartoon is South Park. They have a lot of kind of firsts and also do things that no other cartoon did then or now. I remember when I was in like 3rd grade, some shithead kids that I was hanging out with in elementary school were like, "Hey, we're gonna watch this show called South Park. My little brother watches it. And it's really funny and crazy and really cool and it's fucked up and stuff." And we'd be like, "No, I'm a good boy. I can't watch that. It's a bad show." And they were like,
Did you really?
"But it's a cartoon, so it's for kids." I'm like, "Oh, slam dunk. That just makes perfect sense. I'll watch the hell out of that."
Slam dunk.
Yeah, let's do it. And then
That's,
it was
that's a slam home.
very influential on a young mind. So everyone probably is familiar with South Park. Kyle, Stan, Cartman, and Kenny.
Butters.
Yeah, I'm about to
Best
talk about
character.
Butters a lot. I agree. But I'm not even going to get into any of the major information. I'm just going to give you some random weird fucking facts that you may not know. Have you guys watched the 6 Days to Air documentary?
I haven't watched it.
It's really good. I liked it a
It's
lot.
on my to watch list.
I feel like it's been out for a while, like maybe 10 years.
Yeah. It's,
But that's the whole thing, is that every week they make the entire episode front to back in 6 days. And that's why it's always so current with current events across the world. Every episode, there is some celebrity in a scene at least. So they always are sprinkling in celebrities. Let's see. The original pilot episode was made by using stop motion cut paper. So they had all the little pieces and moved them all around. And then since then, it's always the computer animated. All right, so Trey Parker. So it's made by Matt Stone, Trey Parker. They were friends when they were in college in Colorado. They both did projects before, which I haven't watched any of, but I heard they were interesting.
have you seen Orgasmo?
No.
Have you heard of Orgasmo?
I don't know.
Orgasmo, it stars, I think it's Trey Parker. Essentially, it's about a Mormon missionary that becomes a porn star who then becomes a superhero.
Wow.
I
That sounds
watched
great.
that. I'm
It's
pretty sure.
so fun. Stunt cock, classic line.
Okay. So
good.
Trey Parker ad libs. I guess apparently Cartman is one of the few characters whose lines are often or most of the time ad libbed, and he's just fuck around, David, and just kind of does it all off the cuff. And Trey Parker said that Cartman's his favorite character by far. And apparently with Cartman, they basically wanted to make a racist, bigoted, hateful, malicious
Little shit.
criminal, and they're like, we'll just make it a kid. Then who's mad? He's fucking 8 years old. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
my understanding was that one of the reasons why they picked kids was so they could get
Mhm.
away with whatever the fuck they want because we view kids as innocent, not understanding.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and it worked on me in 3rd grade. I was like, but it's kids on a little cartoon. This must be
What
fine.
do you
And then
understand?
2 episodes in, you're like, I don't know what the fuck is happening to me. My little brain can't handle that. They're obviously big for having celebrities on there. Almost all the time, they don't let the celebrities play anything remotely normal. So, like, they tried to get Seinfeld on, and he was like, yeah, I love the show. I'd love to be on there. And they're like, great, you're going to play a turkey. And Seinfeld shut it down. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. But they got George Clooney to play a gay dog once. And then in the movie that came out in like 99, he played Dr. Douche. And then I somehow vaguely remember this. I don't remember the actual episode, but Jay Leno played Cartman's cat once. I don't know.
So, real funny on this. Several years ago, I was talking to this 12-year-old kid, He's like, so I was watching this show, and it's called South Park, and you probably haven't heard of it. And and he was telling me, I was like, listen, bud, South Park came out before you were born, and I watched it when I was your age. So 1, go fuck yourself. 2, go fuck yourself. And 3, I'm gonna kill your whole family.
Is this when his mom came up and be like, why are you telling my son to go fuck himself?
Yeah, it was just in a Walmart.
I was going to say, this is
okay.
why Jay's not allowed back at the DMV.
Yeah.
Just Walmart looking at kids' toys.
So, do you guys know about the aliens in South Park?
A little bit. I remember the episode with the giant probe.
Okay,
Yep,
right.
yeah.
No, so the aliens I'm
cows.
talking about, they hide aliens in the background all the time.
Right.
I guess it's about, so in the early days, the first like half of the seasons, there was almost always an alien in the background somewhere blended in.
Right.
And it was fun to find them. They tapered off, but I guess to date, it's roughly half the episodes have a hidden alien.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Apparently, by season 5, both Trey Parker and Matt Stone felt that they basically wanted to kill Kyle off. Because apparently, they thought that Kyle and Stan were too similar, and they're like, we need to shake it up. We want Butters to be one of the main 4 people, because he's awesome, because
Yeah.
Butters is fucking awesome.
It's
Right.
hilarious.
And so they were planning on killing him off, and instead, that was the time where they temporarily killed Kenny. And Kenny was just dead for a while, and he stayed dead.
Right.
And then Butters was part of the group for a while, and so I guess that was how they dealt with that. Let's see. All right, so here's a couple Butters facts that are really good. I knew one of these, and I didn't know the others. Butters' original name was not going to be Butters; it was going to be Puff Puff. So that's fun. Puff Puff. Butters' real name is Leopold Scotch, or Leopold Butters Scotch.
Butterscotch.
Okay.
Yeah. This one was funny because I saw this thing and it had a picture of this guy. So his name is Eric Stowe or Stow. He's the animation director on South Park. And apparently that's who they base Butters off of as a character. And he looks like
Just
real
like
life
him.
fucking Butters, even with like the little hair shooting every direction.
What's his name?
Eric, and it's Stough.
Oh.
All right.
But yeah, I guess it was just some dude that they started the whole thing with, and they were like, what if we just made you the
Eric, what's his last
stupid little- Stough. Stowe?
Stow. Stew.
Staug.
Stugich.
Let's see. While she's looking that up, the first episode, their unaired plot or pilot, when they were trying to get the show off the ground, they didn't use their real names, and so at the end it said it was made by Tupac Schwartz and MC Goldstein. And so I figured that Tupac Schwartz, Trey Stone, so it's the same initials, and then Parker is a Jewish guy, so Goldstein makes a lot of sense there. And then if you remember, there you go. Does that
Wow.
guy look like Butters?
Yeah, he does look like Butters. I like that.
He's definitely a little older here. I wonder
Yeah.
if there's a different.
That was the picture I saw, though. Yeah,
Yeah, he looks.
Wow, he does look like a real life Butters.
like all grown up. Yeah. Anyway.
her right here, maybe.
Yeah.
That one.
Chaos.
Yeah.
He's Captain Chaos, right?
Oh no, he's Professor Chaos.
Professor Chaos. Yeah.
And then his little sidekick guy, I forget his name. Yeah, I watched that episode a few months ago
Yeah.
for the first time in a long time. God damn it. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
remember. Sorry,
No,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say. I remember when there was the whole Xbox versus PlayStation Game of Thrones series that they had, and then they called the PlayStation Bundaroo,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and it was the funniest thing
Oh, yeah,
ever.
that was the first time they did like the faction wars with the kids, right?
Yeah.
The PlayStation and
Yeah.
Xbox team.
Yeah, and then they're like, PlayStation's gonna release the PlayStation Bundaroo.
The Black Friday
And
bundle.
then on Black Friday, they released the PlayStation Bundle,
Uh-huh.
and it was the funniest, most meta
Yeah.
shit. Cause they just called it. It's like they knew, like
Mm-hmm.
they called somebody up and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing with the PlayStation? Tell us. We just want to put it in South Park episode."
Yeah.
It was, and
It was
also
the Black Friday Brundaroo.
yeah, and the wiener.
Yeah,
Oh god,
yeah.
killed me, killed
Yeah.
me. I laughed so fucking hard.
I can.
I watched several seasons. Like you make fun of me for not wanting to watch anymore, but I watched it for a long time, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done.
See, I'm the opposite. That's great. A few more random things. Okay, so if you watch the show and remember stuff, Mr. Garrison gets a sex change to Mrs. Garrison or Miss Garrison, right? Mm-hmm. Turns out Garrison's first name changed. So when he was male, his name was Herbert Garrison, and when he turned into Miss Garrison, her name was Janet Garrison.
Oh.
And I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
let's see. South Park holds a Guinness World Record for most swearing in an animated series. That's a pretty easy get for them.
Yeah.
This one was really interesting to me. So you know how Cartman's mom's a whore?
Mm-hmm.
Always fucking dudes all the time, especially early on in this show.
Right.
Apparently, Trey Parker's ex-fiance, he caught her cheating on him, broke off the marriage and broke up with her. And then that happened before they started the show. And then they based Cartman's mom off of his ex-fiance.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
And I really like that one.
That's good.
That is
That
good.
is savage.
Which that's the type of shit you're doing if you're making a raunchy show, right?
And like now that's like engraved into 20 years later, something like that.
Yeah.
How many seasons are they on? 20 or something like that.
20
Yeah.
at least, 20 something
24,
at
I don't
least.
Yeah.
Guess how many times Kenny's died in this series?
143.
No. It's Price is Right rules.
450.
Wow.
Price is Right rules 1.
Holy shit, Jay wins. 80. 80
Oh.
times.
What?
450 was a little
Price is
high.
Right.
What, doesn't he
Rules,
die
bitch.
every episode?
Not every episode.
Not anymore.
Well, he did for a long time, but
Whatever.
For the first
Well,
movie.
what season did you say he was on?
now
Yeah.
I think it's like 23 or 22.
And Simpsons is on 31, and they are almost at 700 episodes.
Yeah, but he doesn't die every episode, and he's not in every episode because
that's
he was gone
fucking
for
sick.
seasons.
He did for the first few years.
Uh-huh.
So you know how Kyle, when he took his hat, he has the big red Jufro?
Mm-hmm.
That is based off Trey Parker, and it is legit. His Jufro is crazy. Google that. That's a lot of fun. The character names for the family members in Stan and Kyle's family.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what's Stan's sisters?
Hasn't
Oh,
everybody seen
shit.
basketball?
I don't remember. Anyway, the names of the family members are the same as the names of their family members. So
Oh.
Stan's family have the same names as Trey Parker. His family, Matt Stone's, is Kyle's family.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Apparently, when Trey Parker was a kid, he had a problem with flushing the toilet. Can you guess how that made it into the show?
Wait,
Enlighten
Trey
us.
Parker or Matt Stone?
Trey Parker.
Enlighten us. How did that
Who
make
has
it into
the
show?
pro?
Trey Parker. I think. No, Matt Stone has the fro. Sorry, Trey Parker's the one who didn't flush the toilet. Type in Matt Stone Jufro. I'm pretty sure I'm right. No, maybe it is. Or, oh, you've got me so messed up.
Wow. First thing that pops up. Holy shit.
Was it Matt Stone?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, he's got quite the hairdo there, huh?
I like that though.
So Trey Parker never flushed the toilet when he was a kid, and that's how they came up with the idea for Mr. Hanky.
Which one of you didn't flush after taking a shit? Disgusting.
Look at the Stadia.
Type that in and then do Kyle. Say Kyle after that, or Kyle's hair. The side-by-side is really nutty. They got it really spot on. Apparently, Trey Parker, I guess, hates the first like 4 or 5 seasons. In
That's
an
fair.
interview, yeah, in an interview, he said something to the effect of like, "If I could just do anything different, I would just delete those first 4 seasons."
We know that feeling.
Mm-hmm. But he said something like, "Yeah, it's like really embarrassing that we thought the shit we wrote then was funny. None of it's funny," and he really bashed the shit out of the
I mean,
first few seasons.
Most people think it's still funny, though.
Yeah, I know. So, and I guess Trey Parker's just like, I think it's pretty good. I
don't know what his problem
I'm
is.
not gonna delete them. Yeah, look at that. Okay, look at one of those and that one.
Still gonna fucking
It's
send
great.
it.
It's great.
Yeah, like this guy. And
Let's see. So yeah, South Park's great. Watch the 6 Days to Air. It's a good documentary.
Yeah,
They've got video games that came out, the Stick of Truth and the second one.
well, did you play the
The Fractured
original one
Butthole.
for the 64?
Oh, the 64? Yeah, I did.
With the pea snowballs and the turkey
Mm-hmm.
launcher. And, oh, I love that fucking game.
That
Yeah, it was-
64 one?
Yeah.
I like the singing again. When you get that feeling, you gotta say. When you get that feeling, you gotta say.
I remember that. Oh, that was good. There's the alien raid.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I want to play it again. But it's probably garbage to play again.
I'm sure.
I haven't had 64. Let's find the game.
Oh.
Drinking rules. We'll find some drinking rules.
Okay.
So,
You
do you
die,
want
you
to
Oh,
drink.
yeah. So we were going to talk. We were going to list off. How about I list off the kid cartoons and you can list off the cartoons only cool kids / adults
Oh, hey, cool, you
Ish.
sorted them. Hell yeah.
watch.
Go
And
for
we're
it.
going to rank these, right?
Yeah. We're
For,
talking about them too.
how many stars out of 5, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to start with the kid ones
We're going to quick
that were
fire.
probably too cool.
If
for
you,
you.
if you want to talk about him, we can. Otherwise, we'll just blow past him.
Okay,
Ren and Stimpy.
1 star.
What?
I hated Ren and Stimpy.
That's crazy.
Wait,
'cause
how
go
many stars
fuck
we put him
yourself.
out of?
5.
3 stars.
1 star. I thought it was
I'd
garbage.
say-
5-star, man.
3 or 4.
I thought it was weird and gross.
It was awesome.
I found it
didn't like
entertaining. 3 stars.
Next.
Rocco's Modern Life.
5
4.
stars.
2 stars.
Weird.
5. Cat Dog.
5.
3.
Cat
I
Dog was
enjoyed
always
Cat Dog.
good.
I was
2,
gonna say
2
5.
stars.
SpongeBob.
I feel like
5.
it has to be 5. That's just like the,
What's the lowest I
Before-
can rate? 1 star?
1.
4
One
got
star.
like
1 star.
super weird.
None.
Like
0
OG
stars.
SpongeBob was
Yeah,
the
the first few
shit.
seasons.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do like that. So,
I'll give it a star. That's it.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars and 1 stars all at once. My younger sister, whose name rhymes with Katie, she loved that show when she was like 4 years old. Like, she was too young to understand it at all, so to her it was not scary. And I was the perfect age to where it was terrifying.
You're like-
And so she'd always be like, "No, let's watch the dog show." I'm like, "No, dude, that shit is so scary." And she'd complain, and then we'd have to watch it.
It's so good.
5 stars.
Powerpuff Girls.
4 stars.
3 stars.
4 stars.
I don't really care.
Huh.
Cow and Chicken.
I barely remember it.
2 stars.
The one,
Two-
thi-
It was weird. I
stars,
liked
2
it.
the one thing I remember from that is his cousin didn't have any bones. So he was boneless chicken, but he was
So
just a
fucking
puddle of
weird.
meat.
I remember that. Yeah.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I think that was a pretty good one, right?
Yeah, I'll give that
4.
3.5.
I'll give it 3.
I don't
Weird.
think I ever watched it.
It was
Huh.
okay. It was pretty good.
I didn't watch it enough. I'll give it 3.
Oh, this next one has a special place in my
Do you
heart.
want to say it?
Yeah, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. You guys ever watch
5
that
stars.
shit? Fuck yeah, 5
yes.
stars.
That's one I didn't see.
With Bubs or
Yeah.
Bubby,
Bubby.
Bubby the whale, and Mr. Knuckles and
I
all that
love
shit. The candy.
The stills that they had, like the
Oh my
super
God, yeah,
detailed stills that were super gross, but
Like-
not. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
good.
that's called Ren and Stimpy.
No, Ren and Stimpy
Yeah,
was awful.
no, they did the same thing where they had the close-up, like detailed
Disgusting
drawings.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Captain
Flapjack
F.
was so.
Vitamin F. Fart.
Flapjack reminds me of a certain person we know whose name's Chaz.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Gargoyles.
Oh yeah, that shit was.
We
good.
did talk about
3
it.
stars.
5.
I'll give it 3.
5.
It was a good show.
It was
But
They're-
fucking awesome.
They're good toys too, I think.
They were great.
They were.
toys. There was one where like you could. I remember there's a button you press in the back and it shot the rocket
Yeah.
launcher, and that was dope.
Those
as
were the
fuck.
best toys.
Yeah,
Animaniacs.
5.
Yeah, that was good.
5
Yeah,
stars.
Oh,
yeah.
that was so good.
it was way better than Looney Tunes.
This one we already kind of said. Batman the Animated Series and / Batman Beyond.
5 stars both.
5 stars. Yeah. Mark Hamill.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
4 stars.
3
Not
stars.
so much yours.
Yeah.
Captain Planet.
2 stars.
Yeah.
I
it's
give
a
the
bit-
message 5 stars. I give the show 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not great execution.
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time's pretty good.
1 star.
2 stars.
Oh wow.
God
I'd
damn.
say 3.
The first
maybe.
time I watched it, I'm like, what is this fucking weird ass show? And I was very much an adult, probably not acting like an adult, but I was like, what is this show? And I just started watching it. And I was well into my 20s.
Adventure Time's cool, but it's not as cool as a regular show.
I've never
The
watched
regular
that.
show is fucking awesome.
I love 5 stars, 100%.
See, I've never
stars.
watched an episode of that, but I've seen pictures of it, and
So
to me, it
fucking
looks like it couldn't be good at all.
No, it's great. It's got Mark Hamill in it.
Huh?
No,
And-
Uncle Grandpa, that's
That's a different.
a different one. That one's good too.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is the guys who made regular show are coming out with a new one, and it's adult, and it's about a girlfriend and boyfriend doing stuff together, and it looks fucking hilarious.
Huh.
So what's that going to be on? Netflix?
I think so, but watch it, and you'll realize that Ned is Rigby.
I don't know what that means. But okay.
Just
Okay.
watch an episode, and you'll get it.
So that was kind of more like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network
Mm-hmm.
stuff, Disney Channel maybe. This is more Adult Swim, Comedy Central type cartoons.
Okay.
Okay.
Futurama, 5
5
stars.
5 stars.
5.
Easy
5
peasy.
stars.
Family Guy.
2 stars.
I think the early like
The early 5.
10 years
later.
ago, 5 stars.
Yeah.
Now,
Sure.
1.
1 star for sure.
Yeah.
I was
'Cause-
averaging them out to about 2 though, all of them. Yeah, but yeah, the first season's for sure at least 4 stars.
What's the fucking name of the guy who made that?
Oh,
Seth
can't remember.
MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like 10 jokes, and that's it. And then after that many seasons, it's just the same.
but American Dad's funny.
Yeah. That's
and
on
that's
here, I
what's
think.
next on the
Oh,
list.
that's next.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's
Bob's
okay.
Burgers is a great show. You're wrong
Yeah.
if you don't like it.
Bob's
Yeah.
Burgers is 5 stars.
Yeah, I don't give it 5, but I give it like 3.5, 4
I don't
on some episodes.
know why.
Huh?
How do you not like
Not
Bob's
every
Burgers?
episode is amazing to me.
Well, you got to think that his opinion's wrong. So there you go. Sorry.
I give it the writing 3.5 to 4 stars, but I give the voice actors,
voice actors are
so
really
good
good.
that
Oh,
it
yeah.
puts it up to 5
That's
stars
true.
for me.
King of the Hill,
5
super good.
Yes.
Yep.
That's one of those ones I remember after school for sure.
I
That
remember
2 or
doing
3 hours
homework
on
to
Fox.
it. Yeah, and just like doing
It's just
homework
a
and watching it.
Fucking classic.
Well, the thing too,
And all the reruns on TBS, and it's like,
Yeah.
I kind of like King of the Hill as a kid, but like as I've gotten older, it's
Mm.
become so much more funny.
Especially because there's a lot of like daily life joke type stuff in
so
there
bad.
that don't make sense when you're younger.
Are
Yeah.
you Chinese or Japanese from Vietnam? Are you Chinese or Japanese from South?
So let's see. I want to make sure I get all these together. Then there's the kind of cluster of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, The Brack Show, Harvey Birdman, all those.
4
That-
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I
Four.
like them all. I thought
They're
they were
all
fun.
good.
Let's
but
see. Wasn't C-Lab kind of part of that? Was that the same
yeah, it
universe?
was all that same.
C-Lab was Adult Swim, and one of the very like it and like Aqua Teen
Mm-hmm. Aqua Teen
was
is
one of
my
those
favorites.
first few shows
Yeah.
that came out that was like, what am I
For sure,
fucking
5
watching? And it was just like, what is this crazy
Especially at the time, there was not nearly the amount of content as there is now. So those
Yeah.
were extra shocking.
I'll give them all 5 stars for one reason. Because even when you were staring at the screen, not understanding anything,
It was still great.
you were still captivated by
Yeah.
it. You were still watching, going,
It's purely
What?
entertaining.
There's this one episode of C-Lab, and we were like super high in college, and there's this baby in it, and it flashed like a little fetus baby, and I'm like, this is the craziest show ever! And then we always tried to watch it when we were high, because we watched it the next time, I'm like, this is still pretty crazy, but
It doesn't
it's even
freak
better
you
when
out.
you were
Yeah.
fun, like when you're high.
Yeah, so there's all those, and then there was kind of the cluster. And then Robot Chicken. No, that wasn't quite that. But then there was all those like 15-minute, 10-minute spacer, 1 to 5 a.m. Adult Swim.
hear me
cartoons.
out. Squidbillies.
Squidbillies.
Yeah, that's on there.
Oh, is it?
So we go
Fucking
Aqua Teen,
stars,
Robot
boys.
Chicken,
Robot
Squidbillies,
Chicken.
Rupert Chicken.
And then then there was like, I'm kind of jumping around a bit. The Boondocks, Squidbillies, those were all kind of the similar.
5 stars both. Boondocks is coming back this year, baby.
Oh right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm excited.
Metalocalypse, I know.
Is
5.
awesome.
First 2 seasons, 5.
You didn't like
Anything after that,
the really?
yep.
Wow, that's controversial.
That's a diehard fan though who has it broken up like that.
I love it,
If you
all
know,
of it.
you know.
Love all of it. I even like the movie.
I feel the same way about Robot Chicken, though. I love Robot Chicken. The first 4 seasons, 5 stars. Anything after that, it feels like they make the same joke.
That's
over
fair.
That's true.
and over. And that's how I feel about Metalocalypse.
That's Seth Green, right?
Yeah,
Who does-
and I love
yeah.
Seth Green. He's fucking hilarious. But first 4 seasons,
Yeah.
5 stars. After that, 3.
Okay.
Rick and Morty.
Okay.
3 stars.
So yeah, Rick and Morty's complicated.
Rick and Morty, 5 stars for shock value, 3 stars because it's sexist, it's borderline racist. It gives
I don't know if it's all that.
it pushes well past male toxicity. I mean, there's just a lot of bullshit
know.
in that show. That being said, I do like the show.
But they make fun of the fact that they're like that.
Do they?
The granddaughter? Isn't she
Well,
always
Is
on
that, is
there?
that a full stop comment? Or
Yeah,
you-
Never
she's the one
mind,
who's
never
calling him
mind.
out on
Yeah,
all the-
like they
What's her name?
make fun of
Summer.
it within it. So
Right, I get that, and I like
Easily
the show.
the worst part
but
about Rick and Morty though are the outspoken
Fan.
fans.
The
I,
worst.
I guess the fans for
Just
sure.
the cringy dumb idiots.
Oh, what was that viral video of the guy that jumped on the McDonald's
Oh, yeah.
counter? And he's like, "I don't have any Szechuan sauce." And he started reading and like throwing a tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought it was funny. It was not. And it was really awkward. I hate it.
So obviously there's a lot of cartoons we're missing because there's a lot of cartoons.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of quick firing some ones that we put into a list. Then there's the Max. So,
that was me. The Max is from 1990. I forget. It was on MTV. It was on one of the later like MTV started doing shows later at night along with Beavis and Butthead, The State.
I remember The State.
The State was awesome, and the Max was one of them, along with Eon Flux. And the Max is about this like Hulk, like monster.
He kind of looked like, from the
Villain.
one picture I saw, it looked like Venom plus the Hulk.
Yeah, and he hangs around this like single chick and like kind of takes care of her, but she's the only one that can see the Max, but he can help out.
Isn't he homeless?
Yeah, but he hangs out with the girl. So, and it's a cool, like, I just remember watching it and just being like, this is awesome. And it's fun. It's just, and it's, of course, total MTV style.
It looks like Spawn, Venom, and the Hulk all had an orgy, and this is the result.
And
Yeah.
somehow reproduced.
But I always enjoyed the Max. It was cool. I just remember watching it on MTV.
Oh, I forgot another one. Drawn Together. Do you guys remember that show?
Yes.
That one was very raunchy.
I don't remember.
With the little, like, gremlin goblin looking dude who always
And the
fucks
Betty
stuff.
Boop girl that was, it
Yeah.
was like, she was all strung out.
Yes,
was
I
like,
love that
oh.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the hot Foxy Brown chick.
It's making fun of was it Real House or whatever it's
Yeah,
called?
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real
yeah.
World.
Real World, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that one was crazy. There's
You guys-
a ton of other great cartoons out there.
I was going to say, my favorite of all time still to this day is the Angry Beavers.
Oh, yeah, Angry Beavers is good.
It was hilarious, in my opinion. I don't
That was a
know.
Nickelodeon one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, I watched that.
With Daggett and Norbert and or the Lickety Split episode. Hilarious.
Well, I also made...
Sorry. I had to get it out there.
It's cool. I made Chad watch one here recently called Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, yeah, that
Which is
one was
good.
really great. So, yeah, now we're talking about, like, really newer cartoons that are coming out kind
Yeah.
of recently. So that,
Which Over the Garden Wall has been out, but it's really cute.
It's Elijah
like
Wood.
spooky.
is
Yeah.
the voice.
Came out like 5 years ago, I think it was. 6 years ago.
See, I had no idea about it
Yeah.
till like a month ago.
It's cute and spooky.
It's really cute, yeah. And it's just kind of gentle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But
It's
creepy
great.
too. Like,
Yeah.
remember there was like scene. He's like, you were like, have you seen this episode? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
with the bell, and there was the old lady and
Oh,
the
right,
young daughter.
yeah.
You're like, what?
Another new cartoon that I fucking love is Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles is so good.
I couldn't finish the, I guess, second season because I was just binging it and it was too much.
Yeah.
It
You
was
didn't get to the
way
big
too
plot
much.
twist at the end.
Yeah, oh, no, I did finish it.
Yeah.
The person in the dog suit.
Yeah.
That's right. That show is fucking death metal as hell. That is probably
Yeah.
the most, like, I think that's the most, like, graphic cartoon I've ever watched.
And the
Do you
dogs. Oh, yeah. It's up there.
It's really graphic.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Like the grandpa talk. It's like in the first episode. The grandpa's talking about how he watched the dog buy a hooker and then rip her
And
legs
then-
off.
Yeah.
And then goes pole
Yeah.
dancing with the legs attached to its legs. And
Yeah.
then
And he has the underground, like, fucking hell lair in his doghouse, and he wants to fuck the mom 'cause the mom's got huge tits.
yeah.
That show's really fucking great. If you like metal music at all, Satan, anything, gore, horror, anything like that, just give it a good go.
And then, of course,
Mr.
like
Pickles.
for me, I love Big Mouth. I know not everybody here does,
1 out of 5.
but
I'll give it
I
like 3, I guess.
Big Mouth's fucking awesome.
Nick Kroll's
Kroll.
awesome.
Nick Kroll, yeah,
I give it 3 out of 5.
I dig it. I'm down with all of it.
Another recent-ish animated series was Love, Sex, and Robots.
Oh, yeah.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's just a bunch
Where
of
each
sex in it.
episode's a different, totally different art style by different people. Yeah, that was really
Animation
good.
I
style,
love
yeah.
that. It was so fun to watch.
Oh shit! Some other animated series we haven't mentioned: Dragon Ball Z,
Yes.
obviously.
5 out of 5.
5.
Last Airbender, 5
5
out of 5.
5, yeah.
That was really good. Hey, did you ever watch that?
I watched Dragon Ball Z, and I did watch The Last Airbender, and then I was really sad when like the movie sucked. I'm like,
The movie
Yeah.
is so bad.
Yeah, don't watch it.
yeah,
What other cartoons did we forget that are really good?
Shit.
we're gonna
There's
remember them later.
Fucking so
Oh
many.
yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to remember like
So
30 of them.
What's the Watership Down or fuck the rabbit one that's crazy?
Oh, I never. watched it.
Watership Down?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, that one. That's crazy.
I mean,
You never know which way you're gonna go. Sometimes you get these crazy cartoons that are just like extremely sad and depressing. You're like, whoa, or
Yeah, I did
just
not know what I
weird
signed up
and
for.
yeah.
yeah.
shit. Yeah, and I like that we're starting to see this trend too of more like adult themed cartoons.
Yeah.
It kind of opens it up, lets them do a little bit more and get a little more crazy with it, which I really
Yeah.
like. Once again, BoJack Horseman. I really do
Oh,
recommend
yeah.
it. I really do.
I do too.
There's a whole episode where he just does a monologue, and it's a crazy good episode.
And that's weird because not many monologue episodes win awards, and that one did.
Yeah, and there's one where he doesn't talk the whole episode. And
He
it's,
does at the very, very,
Very,
very,
very
very end.
Did you guys ever? What the hell was that USA show? Duckman?
Duckman.
Duckman. I don't know.
Duckman?
Oh,
It was raunchy too, and is on the USA Network. Duckman.
Oh, I fucking yeah, because there was that while there where all of a sudden USA was doing like weird original shit that was
Yeah.
interesting but kind of good bad.
We forgot about two very important shows:
Huh?
Dexter's
Oh
Laboratory
yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
and Johnny Bravo.
right.
Somebody
Yeah.
didn't like Johnny Bravo.
You didn't
as
like Johnny
much.
Bravo?
It didn't make a little list for me.
I got Dex
It's fine.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, Dexter's.
Johnny Bravo
He doesn't have a
Two-
black belt in karate, but he's got a
2
black belt.
2 out of 5.
Hold up his pants.
I get I really like the irony, I don't know, of the character. That is solid, but everything else kind of
Oh, you know, we learned a fun fact about the Johnny
Did you guys
Bravo
ever
show.
watch? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that.
yeah, I
show.
remember
Did you guys
that.
watch the show? There was always sex
Barely.
and shit in it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
For Johnny Bravo, the show didn't make it on the network until 3 female executives from Adult Swim, or no, Cartoon Network, whatever. They saw it and they were like, "Oh no, that's great. That's making fun of buff idiots."
Yeah.
We're deaf, and then they made it get pushed. Through.
And he was like, he was the OG incel.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was buff and big, and yeah.
Oh, I loved
And
it.
then what was some of the other fun stuff from that?
From like that. Oh, I mean, there's
we-
also like Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were watching the fun facts about some stuff, but
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway.
fucking Whatever.
anyway, so that's cartoons and animated series
That was fun.
There's obviously like whole sectors of cartoons that could be the
that we
whole
could just
episode.
have total a blast with.
You could do a whole podcast series, like a podcast on cartoons.
Yeah, the Sonic cartoon, Donkey Kong cartoon. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, Donkey Kong does like going fast.
Anyway,
Alrighty, we'll be back in a bit.
Guys, this has been another episode of Halfway to Thundertown. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you,
You're welcome.
especially you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Things we fuck with music. Check out Kevin at bandcamp.com/Uncle Stranger. Also go check out Struggle Club. I still don't have a URL for them. Just Google Struggle Club. Look for Jordan. You'll find him. It's good stuff. Other things I fuck with. Check out the movie Apostle. And I know you weren't a fan of it, but I did like Bone Tomahawk. Not a bad movie.
it was okay. Okay, so can I explain that real quick?
No, because that's a big spoiler at the end.
Well, it's not the end. There's just, can we just say it's a brutal movie?
Yeah, it's a brutal movie.
So it's a really brutal movie, and there's a specific scene, and it just kind of ruined my day.
Huh.
It was
See, that didn't ruin it.
Yeah,
But
that
it's,
was-
it's a heavy scene, so if you're not, you might have a hard time. And I don't know. Most scenes don't get to me like that. I'm
oh
kinda like,
man, it was gore like nothing I've ever
and
seen.
I think I watched it on a Saturday morning.
Did you?
Yeah, because then the rest of the day I was like,
I watched it while I was sick, in the middle of fever.
yeah.
And
I was
just
just kind of like,
yeah.
okay, well, I guess I'm going to get up now.
Me too.
We got Dexter's Laboratory running on the TV. I think just going, I fuck with Instagram. You can find us on there on Halfway to Thundertown. Sorry, were you done?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Halfway to Thundertown podcast.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, exactly. I just talking about cartoons. Go back, watch your favorite fucking cartoons. Anything, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, old cartoons,
Adult
Flintstones,
Swim.
Jetsons. Just go watch the fucking cartoon and fill your life with happiness.
Yeah.
Not Bone Tomahawk. Not happiness.
My name's Chad. I fuck with Drunken Argonauts. It's where D&D.
Jesus.
Help
Chad
Desk-
needs to watch some more cartoons, I think.
Help Desk Nightmares is about computers, and
That's really hard for
cartoons
you
are
to watch
good.
and
I know.
talk.
Yeah, concentrate on two things at once.
Let's on, do it.
Butters.
Okay.
Okay.
Jay, you go.
What did he even?
You just said Butters.
So check out all the shows on the Halfway Ed Network. That's Drunken Arcanauts is a D&D podcast. Check out Help Desk Nightmares. It's an IT podcast about all the woes of
I already
retarded
said all
people
that.
in the tech industry. And check out our canceled show, You, Me, and Bad Photos Forever. I'm going to keep saying that till you record another episode.
We'll see.
Also, you can go and check out all our shows or follow them, I should say, on Twitter or Instagram. You can also just follow the Halfway Network itself if you want to keep it simple.
Silly.
Please rate and review all the shows on iTunes or whatever podcasting app you use. And please go check us out on patreon.com/halfway
Chad Princely.
Shut your goddamn mouth. Also, his bulge is in the wrong place. It's on his butt, not his dick. And so if you go to patreon.com/halfway to Thundertown, you can get extra content. You can get episodes early. You can see the live feed of the episodes with all the breaks cut out and all that good stuff. So the next episode of Halfway to Thundertown, we actually realize that Chad is a 5-year-old in a grown-up's body the whole time.
Like big?
I like to stare at the TV when it makes the black and white snow.
Yeah, we just witnessed that.
That's how the aliens speak to me.
Good night.